Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the All About Favorite channel. I'm your host, Pastor KZ. I'm in shades of red all this week, silver accessories. Today is food for thought. Eyewear is animal print all this week. Please, on today, rate how you like the eyewear. I need to pick some eyewear that is of animal print, so give me some comments about which ones you like. Also, at the end of the video, comment, like, and share with others about this channel. And y'all, please don't forget thumbs up, and feel free to email me at walkinfavor61@yahoo.com. Now, on yesterday, we got into an email, and I want to go ahead and share some more emails with you today, maybe one other email in particular. And remember, all this week we have been talking about self-care, and today is Food for Thought Friday, and I want to give you some more food for thought. Remember, I keep telling you, you've got to uncover and start doing some self-evaluation, some self-inventory, taking a look at yourself in the mirror, saying, it is something broken in me and I need to get it fixed. I need to modify some things. Self-care is the best care, and I haven't been taking care of myself. I've been hiding some very deep secrets, some maybe dark secrets, some places I don't want to walk back through that pain and that shame. But I know in order for me to have a better quality of life, I have got to uncover some of this stuff and take the mask off. Here is an email. Hey, Auntie Pastor KZ. I call you Auntie even though I am older than you, since everybody is now calling you Auntie. I am 71 years old. Okay, we have an older person now. Okay, you all to hear from. I am 71 years old, and I can't believe I have been bawling my eyes out. You are certainly underrated. Why are you not on TV like Dr. Phil? Well, thank you so much for that compliment. Can I be honest with you? I never liked my mother. She was cold, mean, and just no emotions shown, and she showed no expressions on her face. You never knew when she was happy, when she was sad. She just looked mad and mean all the time. Now, I'm being honest. I know this is an email I was hoping would reach to Tell the Truth Thursday, but you are free to share it anytime. And of course, my grandmother was the exact same way. As a result, you already know what the result is. The only man I ever loved left me after 21 years of marriage because he described me as cold, unfeeling, and just always mean. You are right, Pastor KZ. Some of us are messed up from the homes we grew up in. Please email me how I can get your journal. Keep reaching out to us. Keep sharing. Keep on talking the way you're talking, because we are learning so much. Even though you are in ministry, you let us understand, because some of us are not members of churches, but some of us do want to hear a word that will encourage us and help us have a better life. And I, for one, can say you are doing a lot of good. And when you say stay focused, that is something that we all need to do. We do need to get focused and continue what you're doing. For those of us who want to have a better life, your channel definitely will be shared by me to other people. Thank you again, Pastor KZ, for listening and for your topics. Truly, it makes you think. Thank you so much, and thank all of you for your kind words. And in spite of what you all have been through, know that there is always a chance to heal. Know that there's an opportunity to move forward with your life. You're never going to forget the pain and the shame. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you will learn to be able to manage the emotions that comes along with that. pain that you've encountered, or that trauma that you've encountered, or that humiliation, or that poor treatment, or that little girl in you that didn't get the love you needed, the little girl in you who never was told you were beautiful, the little girl in you that wasn't taught how to be a lady, the little boy in you that never learned how to love and how to trust and how to open up and how to understand that it's okay for a little boy to cry. It's okay for a little boy to shed tears and to feel hurt. Like the little boy who I read the email last week, a couple of weeks ago maybe, that mom died when he was 9 years old, and now he's a 28, 29-year-old man, and he have a problem believing women are nurturers because none of the women embraced this child when he was a little boy, sprawled out on the floor crying, and no one went to him. And he grew up in his mind, where was the women to pick up from where my mom had died and left? Where was the nurturing? And here you have a 71-year-old woman here sharing that her husband, the only man she ever loved, after 21 years of marriage, he couldn't take it no more from her. This woman, she said, I was exactly like my mother and my grandmother. These women were cold. They were unfeeling. They had no emotions. Expressions was always off. And she grew up being the same way because that is what was modeled before her. And I want to speak to someone today. Be careful how you act in front of your girls, in front of your sons. You got to be careful because they're watching you. You don't want your children to grow up just like you, with that same behavior that you've exhibited, with that same hurt or the same attitude. This woman learned how to be cold because that's what the women in her family showed her, cold. She learned to not show no emotions because that's what was modeled before her. Now, I lay your dollars to donut. It was a reason her mama was cold and unfeeling, and it was a reason her grandmama was cold and unfeeling. Y'all, all of this stuff comes back to generational. Y'all don't like me to say, you don't like, some of you get real edgy when someone talk about generational curses. Okay, we'll just leave the word curses off and just say a lot of this stuff is stuff you learn generation after generation that's passed on. You know, sometimes you can look at 4 generations of women or 4 generations of men, and when you look at the 4th generation and that first one, you understand why each one of these men in these age groups is the way they are. Each one of these women is the way they are. It's the generations before them. So y'all, as I said, self-inventory. I know it's hard to do, but it's a must. This is something you must add to your wellness list and your self-care list. Understand some things need to change. And it's okay, no matter how old you are, to take a look at yourself and say, you know what? I'm older now. I want my end of my life to be better than other parts of it. I don't have to walk around and be cold and unfeeling or be guarded all the time. You ever met people, they got so many walls up, they always guarded. They don't trust anybody. They're not transparent. They don't open up to people and share who they really are. You ever met people like that? It's hard to get to know somebody like that. It's hard to love someone like that who don't allow you to love them. And I'm saying, you are so worthy of love. And some people don't know how to love because they don't love themselves, y'all. So it's no way they're going to know how to love you the right way. You're talking about how men treat you. Some of them don't know how to love because they ain't never seen their daddy love their mama. Some of these guys don't know how to act because they haven't seen their daddies, their uncles, or their granddaddies act right. So they don't know how to do nothing but misbehave. They don't know how to do nothing but cheat. They don't know how to do nothing but lie. Some of these women, they don't know how to be a wife because wives ain't in their family. What you talking about, Pastor KZ? I'm going to just put it out here on the table. I do premarital counseling, as you know. And sometime I run across a couple. And the young lady, this particular couple, first of all, her thoughts on marriage was totally opposite of what the young man she was marrying thought. She didn't think she had to cook, wash clothes, and keep a clean house and do certain things. Remember now, as I said earlier, you have to be careful how you act because children watch you. They model your behavior or what's in the home or in the family. She had a mother. Her mother had 5 daughters. She got 4 sisters. The mother never been married. You hear me? Okay, the grandmother had 8 children, but granddaddy was not her husband. Anybody? All of these aunties, her mother's sisters and brothers, not one of them is married. Never been married. All of them know about, as they say, shacking up, but marriage, no. So, learning to be a wife, she never saw that in the home. She didn't ever hear her aunties talking about, girl, I got to go home and cook for my husband. My husband going to come in from work. He going to want something on that stove. You know, okay, you modern ladies talking about, well, Pastor KZ, men can cook. I ain't going to be one of them women cooking. I ain't no slave. I'm not his maid. And well, you need to talk that out. And that's what I was telling that young couple. Sound like y'all haven't had a conversation. Because he thinking you going to cook sometime. And you saying you don't even know how to cook. I'm just saying, y'all, a lot of your behaviors, your actions, it has a lot to do with how you grew up and the people who reared you and taught you. So just food for thought on this Friday. Think about it. And thank you again, 71-year-old lady who wrote and shared her story. So y'all, remember, I just wanted to drop some food for thought for you about self-evaluation, self-inventory. Get yourself focused. Some of you, for the past few weeks, ain't got focused yet. You know why? Because you staying stuck and you're in denial and you don't want to deal with the truth. And the reality is you need to make some improvements. Stop staying stuck. Stop making excuses not to improve. We all can make some improvements, including Pastor Casey. I try to work on myself, y'all, every day. I try to find something I can do better and improve on. So y'all, learn to love yourself so you can learn how to love other people. And you know what? It's okay to say, I need to do better. Have a wonderful Friday. Have a great weekend. I will see you back on Monday. Pastor KZ is taking this week off. I'm going to take a little time off every other week or so. So there will be no word for today on Sunday, but I will see you on Monday. Enjoy your weekend.